Collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. So this week's astrological readings are going to have a focus on a few things. There's a few things going on this week. So we have on September 21st, the new moon in Virgo, which makes this a blue moon because it's now the second new moon in Virgo that we've had consecutively. So that means things that don't normally happen are going to happen. You know, that phrase, once in a blue moon. So something that's rare may occur in your life at this time. That is also included with a partial solar eclipse. So again, ending up eclipse season. So we're going to continue to see more shaked up energy with eclipse stuff going on. And then on the 22nd, that is the first day of fall, or you can call that Mabon, which this is balance between the light and the dark. This is expressing gratitude and letting go as winter approaches. So we do have a lot going on this week, and we're going to jump into your astrology signs. So if that sounds good to you, stay tuned. Hello, my Sagittarius friends. If your sun, moon, or rising falls into the sign of Sagittarius, then this is your reading. So we're going to jump right into your weekly spread. I have pre-pulled some cards, and then a little later in the spread, we'll get some tarot and some additional cards for you. So let's get started. This is your Sacred Power Reading Oracle card, and we have communication. So let's take a look at what the book says about this card. So this is listen carefully, speak clearly, and with confidence. Right now, you are asked to listen with empathy and understanding to those around you. Place yourself in the other person's shoes to gain a new perspective. There are better ways to get your message across. Be respectful and open-minded when speaking to others. Lead by example and express yourself diplomatically with honesty and dignity. It is better to communicate your feelings instead of being burdened by them. When you discuss your issues, you allow space for solutions to be negotiated and resolved and improve your current state of affairs. It is important that you avoid committing to plans and projects if you don't have all the information. Ask for more details and, when appropriate, speak to professionals such as counselors, financial advisors, solicitors, or teachers. Never be afraid to ask questions. It's okay if you don't have all the answers. That's why we have professionals. Your affirmation: I am able to communicate clearly and honestly, making powerful connections with others. I'm going to repeat that. I am able to communicate clearly and honestly, making powerful connections with others. All right, Sagittarius. I feel like, Sagittarius are pretty good at communicating, and most of them speak the truth the majority of the time. I have known a few to be exaggerators, we'll say. But the truth is in there somewhere. A lot of them also have that foot and mouth syndrome, meaning we just blurt it out, right? Maybe that's what you're being called to curb at this time. Like, let's just not blurt out whatever's going on. We can say things with tact. That's going to be difficult for Sagittarius, isn't it? All right, let's take a look at the next card. This card got me seriously so giddy, and that is rare, let me just say. We've got pumpkin spice and apple cider. This is number 30. Nothing is more nostalgic than the joy of belonging in your presence. So, Sagittarius, you are fall babies. I don't know for however many of you out there, you believe in the fact that the time frame that you were born, whatever season it was, that tends to be your favorite season. When it is fall and it is just around the corner, in fact, that's what we're celebrating here with this reading, pumpkin spice is my jam, and I don't care. You can come at me. I love pumpkin spice. Apple cider for me is like, I could do with or without it. It is what it is. But pumpkin spice, I look forward to that all year. I get so excited when I get to have pumpkin spice. All right. Anyways, so going to the belonging in your presence, the joy of belonging in your presence. This is somebody who is sitting in a window alone, but they're content. She's got her little mug of coffee or apple cider or whatever that is in that mug with her candles. There's a bird inside, some leaves blowing outside, different things going, but she's chill. She is in her presence, and she is joyful in her presence. I can honestly say that that is a beautiful place to be. All right, let's get into your animal spirit. We got the lion. I love it. It just took me to that Katy Perry song, like, You're Gonna Hear Me Roar. And I'm not singing that because I am not Katy Perry. Sometimes you'll catch me singing some of the songs that come up, but not that one. She sings too high for what my voice will allow. I tend to be able to do the lower tones. Like, weirdly enough, when I try to sing Offspring, Dexter, his voice is too high. I can't get up there. I just can't do it. So I'm like, I'll try. I'll do that falsetto up there, but I can't. Nope. All right, let's get to the lion. This is about being patient, regal, and the complete master. The lion is a master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation. A lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. Therefore, the lion is respected by all, but known intimately by few. Some mistake the lion as hard to access or aloof, yet those with a keener eye know better. Lions are observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our quest begins. Oh, quest, not guest. When they're in balance, they are the epitome of peace and strength, and when they're out of balance, they're withdrawn and too serious. To bring into balance, daily meditation and friendship. I love this because honestly, this is wrapping this all up together in a nice bow, because what this feels like is we're mastering our ability to discern when it is time to just sit back and chill and be in our own presence, right? We've mastered the art of I don't need to say something to fill the silence. But at the same time, when we do need to speak, we do it with such a mastered skill that we do it with tact, and again, not foot in mouth syndrome, not blurting out the blunt truth all the time. Just because it's true doesn't mean it always needs to be said. I feel like these are all things as a Sagittarius we've heard our whole lives, let me tell you. So how much of what you have just blurted out about people, I literally remember so many times at the end of whatever I would just say or blurt out, I'd be like, what? It's true. Again, that can be intimidating. Here's why. Some people don't like the truth. Some people hide their truth. Some people don't want things to be known about them. Okay? And Sagittarius also have a knack for not being intimately known by everybody. And that's very true of what the lion said there. So, when we communicate, do so with tact, if you can. But also remember that not everything requires an argument or even your response, right? Because guess what? It's peaceful right here in your own presence. You can just choose not to engage in certain things and go home and be like, I'm good. I don't need to get involved in whatever this is, Some people try to instigate fights. They're like, come at me, bro. And you're like, yeah, I'm good on that. I'm just gonna go chill at my house with my pumpkin spice. And I'm fine. I don't need to argue with you. All right, let's see what else we got here. We have the boar, which is bravery. All right, well, lions are also known to be very brave, and now this is giving me Lion King. So, this is about the lion, you know, Pumbaa is the boar, right? It's crazy because what they're showing me now regarding the Lion King is that, like, he was intimidated out of his own kingdom. He was led to believe that he did something wrong and exiled. And actually, he was supposed to be offed, but the hyenas didn't do the job, and so that's when he goes out and takes on the Hakuna Matata thing and meets Timon and Pumbaa, and then comes back and finds it a wasteland. But think about that. The things people say to us, right? He was led to believe the entire time that it was his fault that his dad didn't make it, when in turn it was not. It was somebody else's fault entirely. It was his uncle's fault. But it was something his uncle said to him in order to feel better about himself or whatever, to take over the kingdom, because he knew he was not in line next. So basically, this individual went off believing the garbage that was fed to them. It's just a sad story. Like, if you were a kid and you watched that, man, when that came out, that was in the 90s, I was a kid, I was like, this is the saddest movie ever. But also know that it took him quite a lot to be able to come back, again, with tact, and to handle things appropriately, right? And he didn't even want to fight. Even though Scar did not play fair, and he wanted to fight and wanted to put his army against him, he's like, I won't do that. I'm not trying to fight you. Like, I'm just trying to come back and take what's rightfully mine. So something is calling for your bravery at this time, for your tactful communication, but also know when it's time to retreat. Because nothing is more nostalgic than the joy of belonging in your presence. Okay, we're gonna keep going with some tarot here. What else do we have? Tell me more, tell me more. The Seven of Swords. Yeah, what that's giving me is not to let anybody steal your peace. Don't let them steal your peace. Also, don't let them steal your voice, right? Your voice is your power. So don't let somebody try to silence you. That's why that Lion King story is tied now here. Okay. The King of Cups. Alright, so that is about mastering your emotions. So I'm also getting to with that is not to allow your emotions to trigger your response. So like if you get angry, let's say, and your immediate response is to want to lash out, you know, Spirit's calling you to rein in those emotions, because if somebody can trigger you in a moment, they have your power. Don't let them take your power. Your power is in your diplomacy, in your response. And there's going to be people out there that just want to instigate something, right? Okay, what else do we have, please? The Hermit. Yep, that's all about going within, doing your own thing. Look at her. She is so thrilled to be on that couch with her chocolates on the floor and a book. She is chill AF. And all these people are behind this wall, like reaching in, like, hey, I just want your time, I just want your energy. And she's like, I'm good. Page of Swords, same kind of thing. Like, what's with this creeper? Is someone creeping on you in the background? Because I'm getting a lot of creeper energy. Someone's like waiting for the right time to come forward. Like, I'm getting that you set a boundary here. Ace of Swords and the Magician. What's the you set a boundary here. You set a boundary here, and you are chill AF in your own energy. Like, both these ladies are like, yeah, I can definitely do without all this outside influence. But there is potential incoming communication. Like, this does feel like someone creeping from the background, waiting for the right time to come in and communicate something to you. It might be a truth about something. It might be clarity about something. And the magician's here. The Magician gave me what a weird way to put that. Okay, I very much got, I think it's I don't know what show it's from. I want to say The Munsters or something like that. It's probably not, but it's a very, very, very old-timey show. And I don't know if it's Lurch. Nope, that's the Addams Family. So someone goes, "You rang." And so this feels like manifesting communication. Like, you asked for this truth. Here it is. I'm giving it to you. It's right here. You asked for this communication. Here it is. I'm giving it to you. Let's see if we can get some more here. What else do we have? Oh, that one fell on the floor. Let me grab that. We have Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Wow. Talk about the old-timey shows. All of them were full of cobwebs, whether it was the Munsters or the Addams Family. That's so weird that it took me to that reference. So you are protected from this, from something. From, like, I'm getting this, like, energy thievery, like it's giving me energy vampire. Again, these creepers in the background. We have shield. You need to defend yourself. And that's taken me to the Lion King. So what is it about something that you're going through right now where you're being asked to defend yourself? Using your voice. Your voice is your power. It's going to take bravery. Oops, more on the floor. We have Cup. You should accept valid criticism. Okay. We're great at that, right? Alright, 3 of them fell on the floor. We have Inkpot, problems to be resolved. Dogs, getting together with friends. And Tent, temporary situation. So what is going on here? Because there's something... Problems to be resolved, but it's a temporary problem. So with this shield here and the temporary situation, you may be put in a position where you need to defend yourself. I don't know what against, because that could be anything in all of your situations out there, but this feels temporary. Maybe somebody's going to accuse you of something you didn't do. Maybe a truth is going to come out about some situation. But, you know, if somebody is speaking ill of you, you are protected from negative forces beyond your control. I'm getting that whatever it is trying to steal from you, whether it's your energy or your money, you know, someone, you know, maybe even your name, your brand, you don't need to worry because it's gonna resolve and it's only temporary, but you may have to do something to defend yourself against something. What I just heard was the truth will set you free. All right, let's get your angel number. We have 0550, the eye candy, intuition, creativity, aesthetics, expression, networking, harmony, potential, and romance. Take a break to enjoy fresh air or gather with friends for a delightful time. We do have getting together with friends over here with the dogs. Appreciate the natural beauty around you waiting to be discovered. You may soon start an exciting new project or enjoy a charming date. Use your charisma to connect with others and create meaningful interactions wherever you go. Okay. It's interesting to me because I'm sitting here going, you sit at home a lot. You're just chilling like a villain. And yet somehow you're still going to meet this person. Some of you are even thinking like, but I'm at home all the time. How am I going to meet this person? Trust me. The universe doesn't play with stuff like that. They're like, we're going to make sure that you bump into each other at the store or something. You leave your house. You know you leave your house. Your journal prompt. What do I believe about money? Do my beliefs match my dreams? How does your relationship with money affect your current situation? Do you believe you are worthy? Do you believe you are capable? Do you trust money? Does money trust you? Money is an energy. It ebbs and flows. You are worthy of it, and it's your responsibility to heal your relationship with money as part of your waking up to the whole of you and your purpose. Today's soul action. Take a deep dive in your belief system around money. Are there any beliefs that you need to upgrade to create the result that you are wanting most in your life? Write out your money story. Is it time for a sacred shift? What will your next chapter be? Fill in the blank. I am grateful to money because. All right. So, my Sagittarius friends, this has been your reading. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. And if this message resonated with you, go ahead and give it a like, share, subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. If it didn't, that's okay. You can check out one of your other signs that falls into your sun, moon, or rising and put the pieces together over there that way. So I do wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and so much love. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.